Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. On one sideline, there's the head coach of the Browns. His team in desperate need of a win before this season gets away from them. 0-4 to start. His counterpart on the Ravens side is John Harbaugh. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak, hoping the return home can be what they need. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen, Joshua Carty will get it underway. And off we go here in Baltimore. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball, but he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
It's a loss of 1.
They're down and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
I don't think there's any way around it, Mike. I mean, this has been a disastrous start for this season. I know their expectations were clearly higher than how things have played out. At this point in the season, you just need to get a win. However it comes, whatever it looks like, you've got to change the energy in that building, because the only way to learn how to win in the NFL is to win. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense ready now for their second drive. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. 3rd and a long way to go.
3rd down and 17.
Back to throw. Jackson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Here's their punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
That's good for the Browns.
And on 1st down, it's back to Judkins. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Throw right side, caught by Odunze.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. Sanders going to throw again. That's caught. It's Isaac Tesla. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Judkins. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Judkins will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now They'll start from the 24. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. Now a give up the middle. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They get 15 on that game. First down, Baltimore.
First down at the 45-yard line.
On play action, here's Jackson. He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Up the middle they go. They did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be second down.
27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Jackson, so nimble. He's got the first down and wisely gives himself up at the end.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
To number 80.
2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Browns.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
Baltimore first down. 1st and goal.
Here's Jackson. Quick throw taken in. And the tackle is made at about the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing Jackson. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal. Jackson now. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
His kick is good. And the Ravens are on the board. It's 7-3. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. Not much happening there, just a short game.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Cleveland. From the gun, it's Sanders. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. On 2nd down, Sanders. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Travis Jones getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. From the gun, it's Shador. Rolling right. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Here's the punter now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. That one caught for Dante Wester. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. 3rd down, 3 to go.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Now, Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
28 yards. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Jackson up top again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27.
Again, it's Jackson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Jackson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Sanders. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good for a Browns.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Quick throw here is complete. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. As they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. They go play action with Sanders. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's 1st and 10. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. That's to the sideline and intercepted.
I think when he goes back and watches this film, that's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Our tour around the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The New York Football Giants at home to take on the Eagles in the NFC East. And this is Jackson Dart. He was sensational all afternoon. This one of 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Giants continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. From there, Kansas City, here we come. Let's check in on the Chiefs as they play host to the LA Chargers. And this is Omarion Hampton. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in, 22 yards on the touchdown. The Chargers with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Jets. And here's the Jags wideout. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Jaguars trying to get back over 500 in the early parts of the season. They lead at the break. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is the score as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They'll start out first down and 10. A run, and here comes Judkins. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Browns.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. He'll drop this one down to Judkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Browns first down. Now it's Sanders. He's across midfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10.
That's another Browns first down.
Handoff here, up the middle. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 22 now, here's second and 8. Let's go. Here's Sanders to throw. That's out wide to Judkins. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the
19,
Browns first down.
Sanders will throw it. This one caught at the 4. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on second and 2.
At the Ravens 4-yard line.
Now Shador. That is caught to the goal line and in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown Cleveland. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Browns. That his first touchdown this year. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he's able to fight through one tackle here, pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Oh, yeah. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds here. And it's only a gain of a yard. From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. The tackle there by Michael Hall.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. Ravens bring their punt team out. He'll return it from the 11. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Ready. On the give, it's Judkins. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Browns 1st down.
On play action, Shador. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
That's complete. It's Odunze. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Shador. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Sanders going to throw again. This one taken in by Odunze. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
10 more yards.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judkins. And he'll work forward 4 yards, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. From the gun, it's Sanders. Throw right side, caught by Judkins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Now, Sanders. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. On the ground, Judkins. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. That one is good. And the Browns add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Oh, and he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Ravens offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with first down. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Jackson now on second down. He'll step up and run. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up a 6, and it'll be third down.
Brings up third and 5.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch.
It's a gain of 32 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
Hey, middle.
Now Lamar gonna hang on to it. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. From the gun, Jackson. That one caught by Weston. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Real quick, ready? What ain't it?
On first and 10, Jackson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. They'll come up here on second down and 5.
At the 18-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw. Taking off. So hard to get a shot on Jackson. Gave himself up there after picking up the first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. There he goes. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. The extra point is good. And the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit.
Ravens 10.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
On the handoff, Judkins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Ready.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Browns first down.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. He's taken down just shy of the 10. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. And called in at the 2. And he's in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Bateman is the motion man. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. An inside give here to the fullback on the dive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd down. Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
Baltimore first down.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Here's Jackson. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
They'll give it here to Judkins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. 2nd and 11. Again, it's Judkins. And this is going to work out a little better. He'll get 9 on that one, but they're going to need to convert on 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
They try and run for the first with Judkins. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Back! Cougar 19!
They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. They'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Another try, second and 10.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now, Jackson. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Here's a big one. This third down.
10 yards to go.
Jackson. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Fourth down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. He's going to air this one out. And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Browns are going to come up with the late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys sitting at 3-2 at this point of the season. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Oh, able to avoid him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Now a handoff up the middle. Poole. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Nix. Caught left side. Williams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw that.
Touchdown! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there? Yeah. 2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Sanders. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Nix. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well, this defense for the Browns, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
They'll go play action with Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Pull. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Nix to the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
1st and 10 at the 42.
One play action. Here's Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Pull. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now 3rd down and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now it's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Sanders. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. You look at this Bronco defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. They go play action now. Sanders. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
26 more yards. That's another Browns.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Deputy! Liking 18! Ready, ready?
Sanders going to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Browns had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
He finds his man complete. It's Crawford. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the bootleg, here's Sanders. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Here's Sanders. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Pass interference. Defense.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Go!
Judkins is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete bat. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing Nix. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33.
It's 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now Sanders. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Sanders.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Green able to dance free. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Nix. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Nix from the shotgun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try the left side. It's Nash. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Sanders to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Crawford. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
On the ready.
3rd and 2.
Come on, come on. Set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
Up the middle they go. Nash. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. To throw is Sanders. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
10 more yards.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, it's Shador. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw. Sanders. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Hurst. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
To kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Second and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Green. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. Second and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nick's looking to throw again. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Working out of the gun is Nix. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points. And now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos, and he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium, the Giants at home to take on the Cowboys in the NFC East. And this is Malik Neighbors. This will help the old stat line. He's going to make the catch and realize, I don't think anyone's going to get me, and they don't. How about a 95-yard touchdown? Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers. They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And here's the home team's running back. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. A 55-yard touchdown. The Steelers get just their second win of the season. They improve to 2-4. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And here's the running back for the visiting team. He's going to bull his way in from a couple yards away. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Sanders. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Nash. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Nash. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Sanders. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Crawford. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
3rd and 1.
Here we go. Here's cut.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Sanders. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Back to throw. Sanders to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Isaac to Slaw. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. And the ball will come out to the 30. Here's Nix. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. Nix to the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll keep it himself. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Browns' 14-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Poole. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Off the play fake. Nix. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Rose. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's the fullback. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
First down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 40.
They'll run on first down. It's Nash. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
43-yard line. A gain of 2.
Sanders now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the gun on third down, Sanders. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Second and 9 now from the 21.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Now it's Nix. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 9. Looking to throw. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cool. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Going deep here for Bryant. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Nash. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nash. And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Now a give, right side. Nash. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Hurst. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
At the 39-yard line.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Crawford. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 26-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Nash. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Okay, ready?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, Sanders. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play.
8 yards.
And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Throw left side complete. That's Crawford. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Broncos now down 31-27. A minute 51 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
15 yards.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
13 yards on the play. That's another.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a three-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. And now the attention, it turns to the Browns, trailing by a field goal. Under a minute 20 to go. They'll look to throw. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now. Go.
Back to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here's Sanders. That is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
19 Lions.
Sanders to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This is 3rd and goal.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
To throw is Sanders. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for 1 more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. He'll try to do it himself. This is caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Denver, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Browns. His side running out of time for a turnaround after this 1-5 start to the season. On the other side, head coach of the Bengals there, Zach Taylor. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. So glad to have you with us here. Kate Scott and Brock Hewer on the call. Joshua Carty with the honors. And we're off on EA Sports. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring an end to that, right near the 25-yard line. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns. More of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ballgame.
And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. New set of downs from 37. They kick the running back in motion. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Can.
And bring the tight end left. On 3rd down, they'll go with Sampson. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Burrow's going to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
11.
Give to Sampson here up the middle. Free inside the 30. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals start the game off right with a 6-0 lead.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by the Colorado and Jackson State products. It's Shedeur Sanders.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Sanders now on 3rd down. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Come on.
Play action, Sanders. He takes a pop, and the ball
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
2nd down carry for Sampson. A lot of space ahead. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good.
Here we go.
Bengals first down.
Behind.
First and 10.
Burrow from the gun.
42-yard line.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Here we go, here we go. All right.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. 3rd and just 2 to go.
34-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Hand off here to Sampson. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession. Here's Evans set to kick this away.
Kid, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead, but you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. He finds him 6 yards on that first down run. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 2nd down now. They need 7. Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5. 3rd down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards or reset the downs.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
3rd down run from Judkins. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. And he just get the play off. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 10-0 ball game. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Judkins up the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Sanders. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Sanders. Short pass brought in. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a roll of dudes, a touchdown. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game.
Browns 7. Josh
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And as this season progresses, he's been a steady producer for this offense, leading the league in receptions to this point.
Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty.
Gun. Dot. Dot. Go get him. Go get him.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Dump off caught by his back. Only gained a couple, but still in a good spot thanks to the penalty. 2nd and 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down. At the
11 empty. 11 empty.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. Right back to Chase. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
To throw again, it's Burrow. He's got a man left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
11 empty.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
12.
And off to Sampson. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone.
11 empty.
All set now. 1st and 10.
That's another Bengals 1st down.
Play action now. Burrow.
11 empty.
Right side cut by Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Dot. Can.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Dropped underneath. It's Sampson. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
What idiot?
Burrow on the play action. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Again, it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Hey, defensively, when you're staring down 3rd and goal, you just want to keep them out of the end zone. Just keep them to a field goal, right? Wrong. Not with this defense, and not with their playmakers. They're thinking take it away, and they get the job done.
Okay.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down. Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. That's a 1st and even more past the 40. He's at the 30, the 10, he's at the 5, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
11.
Here's Sampson. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass and it's similar down in distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Gets him on the in route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. So that's our 2-minute warning, Brock. 1:57 left on the scoreboard. Sit tight. More from Paycor Stadium on the other side.
11 MT, Tate.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Looking to throw, Burrow. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Here we go.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
It's now 3rd and 13.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Middle of the field, and he's got Chase. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 4th down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here.
Let's go now.
To the air on 1st down, Sanders. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Throwing from his own end zone. He finds Odunze running the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the first. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first.
3rd and 8.
Sanders now on 3rd down. And he's going to have this one up to about the 21. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. He'll come up on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Browns 1st down.
Here's Sanders now. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Jordan battled there defensively.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. But the Browns got this one back, so they will luckily hang on to possession.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Escapes a defender. Jukes away from one. And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. And he works his way for a gain of 4. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
Our look around the NFL starts now. At MetLife Stadium, the Jets at home for an AFC East battle with the Miami Dolphins. And this is Jalen McMillan. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Jets move their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play well here in the season's first half. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is Tank Dell. It's fired deep downfield. He's right there to secure it. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. The Texans improve to 4-2 on the year with another win. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here is Jerome Ford. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Ravens get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here.
Let's go now.
Judkins running between the tackles. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up second down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
6 yards on the play and enough for a first. All set to go now from the 35. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Here we go.
Second and 3.
From the gun, Judkins. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down. Another game to Judkins. And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
Okay.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
60 by 6. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Completed over the middle. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Cleveland.
Let's go.
Judkins. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
12.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup, gained about 8, 2nd down.
11 mighty.
On the carry, it's Sampson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
38-yard line.
Here we go.
A gain of 2. Brings up
The play action here. Burrow finds him on the crossing route. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Burrow from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. That one stopped by Upton Stout.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
Here we go.
and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22.
Gain of 22 yards.
11 come.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10.
To throw again, it's Burrow. It's his running back. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
To Dylan Sampson.
Making that throw into double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He was brought down.
On 1, ready?
He's going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
So 3rd down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown.
Gun.
Burrow will throw for it. He lays out and gets it. Wow, that gets him the 2 points. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
1st and 10 from the 32. On the give, here's Judkins. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Play action, Sanders. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Browns ball working to carry this lead through to the end. First and 10 now from the 46. They'll go play action for Sanders. Downfield, and Tislam has it. And he hits that enemy. Zach Taylor decisive. He's got the challenge flag out there.
Previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout, too. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Handoff now to Judkins. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that second down run.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Odunze's got it right side. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another.
From the red zone now.
1st down.
That's to Odunze again. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
to the air, Sanders. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force 3rd and goal. Looking out of the gun, Sanders. And he will have them a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns making a 9-point advantage. It's a Odunze touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Cardi with the extra point. And the Browns make it a 10-point ball game.
Bengals 18.
It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency.
And the Browns get there and take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 14-yard line.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Drive him dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
4th down.
Desperation time here. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 25. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th.
Bengals 25.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return starts at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over.
Ready?
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Judkins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Hits him on the out route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's a Browns 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To the ground they go with Judkins. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the fourth. Back to the line they go. It's second down. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
And the Browns first down.
Here's Judkins on first down. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Browns only up by a few. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Let's go.
Sanders back to throw. That one's into the hands of Teslaw. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 9-point advantage. Carty down for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns make it a 10-point ball game.
Bengals 25. Joshua Carty to kick off.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. That throw behind his intended target. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Stout there defensively.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Just keeps connecting to Chase. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40.
13 yards on the play. And the Bengals first down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 32.
Burrow from the gun. Finds Chase on the slant. And that will not be enough for a first down. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Here he is to throw. Ball in left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, here's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28.
11 MP.
And they get that clock just below 40 seconds to play.
On 2, ready?
Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Let's get set. Hey, can.
Burrow to the air now. Low left side, caught by Davis. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3.
Behind. Wide 80.
Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And put a receiver in motion right. Burrow on first down. That one's complete, right side. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
11.
And he gets it spiked. 20 seconds left to play.
On 1, ready?
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. And all right, it's a touchdown in the final moments. So win still very unlikely, but a sliver of hope now after that play. connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
Bengals 32.
Oof, their comeback hopes are dwindling by the second, but any path to victory starts with a successful onside try here.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
They're going to pass it here. Finds him on the crossing route. He has the first down for the Browns, and that should be enough to clinch them this victory. Now with just 7 seconds left in the game, we've got a timeout. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. There is that man again, Adunze. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as we say so long from Cincinnati.
There is no exact line to market, no checklist that takes you beyond the definition of superstar. It's a status you earn with time, performance, and consistency.
On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys, they haven't quite figured things out yet, just 2-5 on the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And able to get this out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback from the University of Utah.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really...
And right away, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And they'll run again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Sanders. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rome Odunze, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
10 black, hut, go. Hey, that's your man, that's your man. Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's pulled in by Brooks. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw here. He'll try to pick it up himself. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it gets this up. Across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw again, here is Sanders. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. The end result, 21 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
First down, Cleveland.
He'll swing this out to Judkins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd down and 4. Sanders. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
A gain of 6. That's another.
On 1st down, here's Judkins. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First down.
Once again, Judkins. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
out of the gun here, Sanders. And it's caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Come on, set. Red, 38.
Back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
52 blue. Hut.
This one taken in by Olave.
The 2nd down pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Come on.
From the gun, it's Shador. Over the middle, he's got to Slow. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play.
To throw now, here's Sanders. A pass complete to Odunze. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The tackle by Brian Burns. It's a pickup of 3.
To throw is Sanders. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
A loss of 8 yards.
Throwing, Sanders. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
He'll try to do it himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Sanders to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Nash. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
45.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Saints first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run the option. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Fourth down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Here's Sanders. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Set, ready. 52.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right with it here over the middle. And he's across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Wright's got it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready, go. Yellow, 43.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brooks. Now he's signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Here we go, set. 60, cut.
They'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
22-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Sanders. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 20 down to the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he's going to step up and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he's going to use his legs here.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Ready?
They'll set up to throw. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Saints, 1st down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete to right. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Ready.
2nd and 6
32
at the 38-yard line.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one taken in by Olave. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe.
Chad Ryland on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete.
Let's go now.
2nd down and 10.
18 Cardinal, go.
Sanders. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Come on.
On 3rd down, Nash. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
18-yard line.
Here we go. Punt.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
A gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Ready.
They'll go with a keeper. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now this time he'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one too low.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Olave holds it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's
Here we go.
Saints
52
down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go.
It's now
Ready.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 26. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nash. They unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Nash. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing, Sanders. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
To throw is Sanders. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together.
Down. 52 Blues. Ready?
Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Mason Graham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. 60 red.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Black 40. Set.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Olave.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good for a Saints first down.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Brooks.
Oh, look at the juke.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Up the middle they go. It's Nash.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Browns,
a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The regular season has reached its halfway point.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys doing enough to stay in the conversation, 4-3 through 7 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A run now for the young man from Colorado. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Sanders to throw. And he is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 33. On the handoff, this is Judkins. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Quinshon Judkins, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stump it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, he shifts past him. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Browns' 38-yard line.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Young off the bootleg. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jeffrey Bassa from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's another.
Here we go.
First down.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Young working out of the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Young. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Browns shaken up on the play. The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw is Milton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Covered by J.C. Horn.
They'll try and run here with Judkins. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Milton now to throw. And this one's incomplete. The Browns at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Milton. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Oh, nice move. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
45, check, huh?
Young to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's Young. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Throwing, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. Oh, some strong running. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. An inside run with Judkins. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Milton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Crawford. Here's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Milton. A pass complete to Adunze. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Now Milton. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2nd and a couple. They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Carolina.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 3rd and 2. Young. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
2nd and 6.
Throwing is Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Okay, ready?
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's another Browns.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's another Browns.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Got a man and he hits him in stride. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held.
Touchdown! Rome Adunze. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he floated one out there incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the Commanders in the NFC East. And this is Jaden Daniels. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And this is Jahmyr Gibbs. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Lions up by 4. 10-6 is where this one stands at halftime. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy, the New Orleans Saints hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And here's the Saints wideout, one of his 2 touchdown catches in the first half. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Saints with a 10-point lead at the half. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going for the deep ball. That is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Milton. And he will find his man on the end round. Complete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go.
Back to throw. Milton. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Looking to throw. Milton. Throw left side complete. That's Crawford. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. Touchdown, Browns! A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. There's Young from the shotgun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. 3rd down and 13. To throw, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Here we go.
On 1st down, Nash. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Milton. And he rifles one incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready,
Operating from the gun, Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And his fine first half of the season continues. That is his 50th catch already. Well on his way to the century mark and perhaps even significantly beyond that.
At the 13-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Nash. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Milton. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Crawford. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Judkins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
5-yard line.
7.
Looking to throw. Milton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A.J. Brown. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Looking to put a drive together. Looking to throw, Young. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Oh, Young loses it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Joe Milton, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Oh, good move. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Over the middle, complete. That's Aguirre. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48 yard.
Right. 2nd down and 8.
Hut, hut. 50, green, hut, go.
Young will set to throw. This is caught by McMillan. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Panthers.
Check right.
It's Young off play action. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 21-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
Here's Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Bryant. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Aguirre. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. 1st and 10.
To throw is Milton. Now bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. They'll give up the middle. Judkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Once again, Judkins. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. Here's Milton now to throw. And for the first time this season, he's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bryant. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Check.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. That one thrown away from the pocket, and the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Young now. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Point after here coming up. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns offense and Rome Odunze set to take over once more. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
13 yards on the play. And the Browns first down.
They'll give it to Judkins. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Browns.
On first down, here's Judkins. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.